Hey, Pisces, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your February 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome Pisces. This reading is all about the purpose of the situation that you're going through, the purpose of this job, this career, this relationship, or even life purpose. Please take it as it resonates. Now, there's a song coming in right away for you, as every single sign has received a song. My clear audience is really activated during these bonus readings. And the song that's showing up for you, and I had to chuckle. I don't know if you caught that in the beginning here, because I was hearing a song by Prince, and I couldn't quite make out the lyrics, but then I heard Kiss, and I think that's one of his songs, is Kiss, but it could be any Prince song, because they were showing me the beats and the moves, and I could hear his voice in the background. And then when I pulled this card, it almost looks like Prince. Okay, I just got to say here, in a quick glance, it almost looks like Prince. So some of you, perhaps that song is significant. Perhaps you're a Prince fan, or maybe you will hear Prince on the radio. Please take it as it resonates. Now, Pisces, bottom of the deck here, this is the time for a nap card. This reminds me of the Four of Swords. So some of you, subconsciously, you're wanting to maybe slow things down a little bit, or there could be a pause or time to take out for yourself. Okay, especially as we navigate closer to your season, depending on when you're watching this. Now, Pisces goes into the sun element around February 19th. So happy birthday to you sun Pisces out there. But I am getting, with this time for a nap, there is a little bit of restoration that is showing up for you in the month of, yeah, this is why. Look at this. Because you're coming to the edge of something, and it's like taking a big leap. It's about preparation, planning. It's almost like you're restoring your energy because you're on the cusp of something great. And I see that here because you also have Treasure Island, you have regeneration, and you also have the Fates. So maybe some of you Pisceans have gone through a situation that was destined. It could be a relationship, or it could be a job. I'm almost getting the energy here of synchronicities and signs and symbols and omens, and maybe even songs as well, maybe showing up for you. Now, you're understanding the why. There's a renewed sense of faith here happening, and it's also card 17. In Tarot, 17 is the star, and you can see that this person, maybe Prince has a song about stars, or stars could be significant as well. Some of you could have star tattoos, but I'm getting the message here of renewed sense of faith or hope after a tower. So some of you may have had a tower moment. Maybe it was recently, maybe it was 10 years ago, but I feel like you are falling in love with life again. There's this sense of you loving in yourself, or you falling in love with a soulmate, or you embracing in a new creative endeavor, maybe heading towards retirement, traveling across the world. There's something quite exciting here after a time of challenge or struggle, because you have Treasure Island. And I really like that this island is represented as the sea turtle, because some think of, turtles as slower energy, although I believe sea turtles are quite quick. It's almost as if something has taken a long time for you, Pisces, to grow, or to finally maybe crumble, in order for there to be regenerative energy within this dynamic or within this situation. But the Treasure Island is one of the most abundant cards in this deck. It reminds me of the Sun and the Empress combined, right? This Treasure Island, it's it's as if you've been swimming and swimming and swimming, right? Some of you, it is water. It's your element of water, which can be emotions. Maybe you've been swimming in your emotions for quite some time, and it's like you've been trying to reach this treasure, but you had to do a lot of swimming to get to this destination or to get to some sort of prize or victory. But I feel like that's coming in. Could even be around the 19th possibly of February or 29th. Is there a 29 this month? I know it's a leap month or leap year, but 9 could be significant. And also 9s do represent completions. It's like you've completed a cycle that may have challenged you to believe in your dreams or to believe in oneself. That's why the fates are aligned. And this can sum up the serenity prayer as well. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, right? So there's something that you are accepting that maybe you had a difficult time accepting or embracing in the past. And maybe that's why it took so long to get to this treasure. But what's showing up in your outcome energy is regeneration. There's a piece of you like the phoenix that rises from the ashes. There's a piece of you or a piece of a situation that's reinventing itself. It is rising above the fray, rising above the ashes here, and it's going to grow back even hardier. I really like this regeneration card because in the middle of this tree stump that looks like there's a bunch of volcanic ash, there's a tree and it's growing some leaves on it. But the thing that I always noticed was what's in the very middle. And to me, it symbolizes, it almost looks like a blueberry, right? And if you're familiar with blueberries, they are a fruit. It's like a power fruit. One of the most wild blueberries, one of the most powerful fruits out there. And if there was a wildfire that went through and destroyed all of the blueberries, not only would they grow back, but they would grow back hardier and more abundant and more fruitful than before some sort of destruction came through. And that's what I get here whenever I see this card. And this is your energy that through some sort of loss, Pisces, through some sort of challenge or difficulty, you're coming out on top. And it's like you have the antioxidants. Symbolically, like you have the tools, you have what it takes to fight off any of those limiting beliefs or any of those challenges that come in and threaten you to throw you off your course or your path. So let's dive into this energy here. Let's dive into your energy. We're going to take a look at you, your weaknesses, your strengths. We'll look at your purpose. Okay. 5 of coins in reverse. Look at that. You're recovering your sense of stability here in the physical. 5 of coins has been showing up for a lot of signs, but the good news is it is showing up in reverse. Now look at what it says if it was in the upright. Hard misfortune. You've gone through some sort of hard misfortune. Maybe it's a relationship loss, the loss of a loved one, a health issue or concern. It can be losing a home. It could be bankruptcy. It can be anything that falls upon us, right? A hard misfortune. Maybe that's why Prince is coming in to cheer you up a little bit. So you're recovering your sense of stability. What's your weakness? Your current situation, your strength. Okay, your purpose and secondary purpose. The main lessons to be learned, desires, hopes, and fears. Let's look at what you don't know. Yeah, a lot of people have been getting the moon as well. A lot of signs are getting the moon showing up in what you don't quite see. And then advice to achieve your goals. What do we have here? Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. The High Priestess here is Cancerian energy, your fellow water sign, Pisces. This is trusting your own intuition. Instead of second guessing or instead of silencing, sometimes we silence our intuition. Why? Because our emotions or our logical mind, so either the head or the heart, is too loud that we can't hear our own soul coming through, right? And it's like your own intuition is trying to speak up, but there could be a loudness. And it looks for some of you, the weakness here could be within your own confidence. It could be a fearful yearning here, wanting to trust your intuition at times, but maybe second guessing it. I feel like you're not silencing it any longer. Your intuition, it's almost like it's becoming louder and louder, or you're just quieting the noise. Some of you are meditating more. You are getting out in nature. You are, look at that, exploring new opportunities with the page of coins right behind it. And this is about recognizing an opportunity that presents itself. And instead of the head coming in saying, well, you can't do that opportunity. You have responsibilities here. You're not going to be able to land that job. You're not qualified. That's the mind, right? But maybe the heart says, no, go for it. This is you're going to love this position. And then, sometimes the intuition is saying that is a direction, right? We want to move in this direction, but there is a level of confidence, trust in your confidence, trust in your inner knowing. You will be led. You are being led, because sometimes the Two of Cups, right? That's showing up. I usually pull the bottom three, is a time for a little bit of needed reflection. And that's why we have here that time for a nap card, because you're going to reflect and then you're going to make some sort of maybe life altering choice or decision, or it could be something internally that does shift your outer world, but you're going to come to the edge here. But I feel like this isn't a decision that you're supposed to be making necessarily with your head or your heart. It's about that intuition. It's that inner knowing, not to get clouded by the head and the heart, but to find the balance there amongst them. Let's look and see what's going on here. Yeah, after some sort of hard misfortune, you're recovering, you're recouping. Okay, you're recouping. Some of you, there was some shifts in the home environment, your stability. Maybe someone moved in, someone moved out. Maybe you moved, or you were trying to save up some money. Some of you lost a lot of money here. You can see that in the upright, it almost looks like a tornado or a hurricane or something kind of came through like a wrecking ball. And for some of you, it's like you had to pick up the pieces of this situation. But I am getting here with the Treasure Island, there's a windfall. I don't know if this is a windfall of money, a windfall of support, if you are recovering, because there could be an inheritance. I'm getting that as well, or an insurance claim. Yeah, some of you may have even had a pipe burst, or there could have been, a fire hazard or something of that nature. I feel like there's going to be a supplemented income or some sort of stability that's come from a hardship. Please take that as it resonates. Now, showing up in your weakness is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is powerful. Pisces, you want this Queen of Wands on your side, but sometimes when she shows up, she fearfully yearns for what she wants, but she lets her insecurities, she lets her jealousy or her maybe vengefulness at times, or her ego come on too strong, and she can stifle some sort of growth or opportunity, or she fears it because of her own insecurities, and therefore she just wishes for it to happen but doesn't take action. Now, some of you, you're yearning for something you do not have, or you may at times fall in love with excuse me, some sort of idealism, some sort of facade, some sort of illusion. Usually I've never gotten that with the Queen of Wands, but that's what I'm getting now and that may be why you're looking to the fates. You're like, why did this happen? Right? Why did I go through that situation? But it was actually to strengthen your confidence, for you to regain a new sense of independence within yourself, because you can see this beautiful black jaguar here. This is about, independence and strength, boundaries. It's that strong feline energy, but it's also about having the ambition to walk through fire in a sense. And that's so interesting, because there was another song coming through again with all the music and all the songs. Some of you may be Maybe there's a new album coming out, or perhaps there's some news in the music industry, or some of you could be songwriters. So the music this week has been on, a high. But this is about, the other song that came through was, I think, is that Johnny Cash? Ring of Fire. Okay, Ring of Fire. And that's so interesting because it almost looks like a ring of fire that the Queen of Wands is walking through. So I feel like you are being guided here to not let your fears or your longing for something actually be your weakness. It's about gaining the strength and the confidence to not just yearn, but to have that ambition to go towards your dreams. Now, what's the current situation? Four of Wands, upright. This could be the card of marriage. It can be the card of togetherness. Okay, grateful togetherness, as it says. Some of you are reconnecting, reuniting, maybe with family. This can be the 1111 or twin flame card as well. It can be hitting a milestone, some sort of celebration, vacation, travel. It can be a holiday. It can be a party, right? Makes sense. Happy birthday, Pisces. But this is about other like-minded individuals coming together to celebrate, right? It is about communal achievement, honoring the beautiful being, the beautiful soul and human that you are, Pisces. So there is this energy of feeling supported and feeling loved. Even if you feel like you don't have a lot of people to call, maybe family or friends, I feel like this month you're going to see that people care about you. You're going to see who's in your corner. You're going to see who you inspire and who inspires you, because there's a form of reciprocity here. And I also see here, some of you could even have military in your background, okay? Or there's something with maybe the American flag, or some of you may live near a base, or maybe your father or a brother or sister or someone was, again, Air Force, because they're showing me wings here. So I am getting something with Air Force or a pilot. Okay. I also get that there could be some sort of reuniting with a child, or reuniting with someone that you haven't seen for quite some time. Okay. That's going to resonate for some of you. Maybe it's a friend that you haven't seen. But let's look at your strength, Pisces. Your strength is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone who is very intelligent, which you are, Pisces. You're very intelligent. Even though you're a water sign, some of you may have strong air placements, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart. But you are someone who's logical. You're very, very wise. You may even hold a lot of masculine energy. You get things done, right? People come to you when they need advice. Some of you may even be in, again, military. You may be advisor. You may be in the law or legal system as well. But it says here, it was in reverse. So your strength here is to maybe choose emotion over ethics, is what it says here. And to not let the rigidity of the King of Swords hold you back, because your greatest strength is your emotion. You are a water sign. So we can get to the point at times where we think logically. We were just talking about the head and the heart, but I feel like the heart wins out, right? Because remember, the head is the computer system of everything that we've gone through. It's trying to protect us, right? And the heart is the longing, the desire, the fantasy, the whimsical, and that can be Piscean energy. So I feel like you live and lead with your heart, but at times it's like you are logical about a situation, but I feel like finding the balance, finding the self-preservation to know when to kind of back off of both of those and let the soul, the intuition, lead the path forward. Okay, so with this King of Swords as your greatest strength, I also feel like you're clever. This is, some of you could have even been they're giving me like a lawyer, like you get straight to the facts, but it's almost like the energy of protection, the energy of humanitarianism. Some people, maybe they go into the legal system or go into that line of work because they want to be a protector or be of service. Some of you could be in that line of work. Maybe you work as an EMT or a firefighter, or a police officer or military, or, I just feel it's important that you protect your, your integrity, your humility, you stay humble. And some of you, your greatest strength is to not let King of Swords in reverse bring out these major insecurities within you. Or if they do, it is about learning how to work through some of those triggers or some of those traumas or some of those wounds. Because we have, again, King of Swords, Queen of Swords showing up as your weakness and your strength. Two different suits, fire and air. And what happens when fire and air rolls around? It creates a wildfire, which we talked about that with the regeneration. So perhaps some of you, there's been some sort of situation that has created a lot of imbalance of energy. And maybe that's why you even see the scales on here. I feel like there's something coming back into balance here. And it's actually quite beautiful because you do have the Treasure Island. And it may even be around your birthday. Okay, Pisces, some of you that have birthdays maybe in March as well. March 19th could be significant. Some of you may be 46, born on the 17th, could be 36, or even on the 24th or 9th. Let's take a look at your purpose. You have the Page of Cups and the 10 of Coins. This is longevity. It's long-term growth. Both cards are showing up in the resistant position. So this can be losing motivation for your instability, especially when something comes in and threatens your stability, right? You tend to at times back away from it and you say, I don't want to start over. I don't want to do this again. Therefore, you may stay stuck in a situation due to your insecurities. That's the purpose. Page of Cups in reverse is getting hurt easily. It's falling in love too quickly. It can be the honeymoon stage, right? It can be that playful love, right? It can be the honeymoon phase. But how do we make that honeymoon period last to the 10 of Coins? How do we build a sense of stability here? How do we build a life that is abundant and we have the vehicle and the home and the vacations and, the pension and retirement? 10 of Coins is that traditional family lifestyle here. And maybe some of you, the purpose part of this as well is family drama or healing some sort of family drama. It can be debt. Some of you, it's healing debt or not going into debt for maybe family, or healing or recovering from some sort of family debt. Okay, for others of you with this Page of Cups, children could be involved. This can also be emotional immaturity. Maybe this does have to do with a child in the family sector. But when we can fully activate and learn the lessons, which we just, we'll talk about the lessons here in just a moment. Wow, and that's a big lesson, judgment. So this is the purpose energy. But when we activate the lessons, we're able to flip the energies into the upright, which is about new, exciting opportunities. It's about fresh, new beginnings. Page of Cups is about emotional experiences that feel full of life and playfulness and gestation and, invites that are romantic and maybe news of pregnancy and family and just feeling exciting and creative. 10 of Coins in the upright is lasting security. That's what you're building. You're recovering a sense of stability here. And this time, I feel like you're building from a place of experience, wisdom, knowledge, but it's going to be long lasting. So maybe it's a new relationship here that is going to withstand the test of time. Marriage, right? It's going to be forever. Forever in the sense of building. Look at all the hands there as well. Some of you could have joint families. I'm seeing blended or combined families. But the 10 of coins also is legacy. It is financial security, stability in the family, inheritance, long-term goals. And I feel that part of the purpose here is allowing yourself to have a new beginning so you can have something stable. But maybe the fear or insecurities are holding you back from marriage or from, family, or from connecting, or from reaching out, or from building that business, or putting up the 4 walls, right? Excuse me. Sometimes that 4 of wands can be, 4 walls type of energy, building something. And because you're already in the 5 of coins where you're recovering, you're coming out of something that may have been difficult, your purpose is to build something long lasting. And they're giving me the reference of the 3 little pigs, right? The big bad wolf comes in and blows the straw house down. The straw's not that stable, right? Blows the house down. I forget what the other one's made of. But finally gets to the point where he huffs and he puffs, but he can't blow, that house down because it's built on, a solid rock or brick structure. So there's something here about learning a lesson maybe a couple of different times, right? Learning that this straw is not going to hold up, or learning that, you had to go through it a couple of different times to recreate and build a stronger foundation. Some of you, it's marriage number 2 and a marriage number 3, okay? Or long-term relationship here, or heading towards long-lasting stability within your career, within your financial sector. But the 10 of Pentacles is most people's dreams, and it is your purpose. Let's look at the lesson. Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse is powerful because what does it mean in reverse? It's karma. It's letting go of regrets. It's releasing judgments upon oneself. It's healing the wounds of the past. It's embracing change, not avoiding it. It is not ignoring the call, because when we learn those lessons, this is about an earned reward instead of a so-called negative consequence, which is basically the law of karma. There's a consequence for every choice. For every action, there is a reaction, right? So there have been past decisions or choices that you've made. And because I see the High Priestess showing up here at the bottom in reverse, some of you felt like you've trusted your intuition, but it led you astray. Pisces, that's what I want you to get rid of, that belief, because sometimes our intuition, sometimes we can be right within our intuition, but we are meant to learn a lesson or to embrace an opportunity for growth. But yet we come back on our intuition and say, well, intuition, I listened to you and you steered me right into trouble, right? Or I went straight for that and it didn't turn out the way that I wanted. Just because something doesn't turn out the way that you wanted doesn't mean that it wasn't for you. And we get so caught up in thinking that the only way our intuition is right is if there's some sort of positive reward after it. It's not how it works, right? It doesn't have to be an earned reward. But I do feel that there is some sort of earned reward coming in here for you. It's good karma. You've been dishing out good karma. You're going to see it coming back. But I still feel like that was part of the lesson. So I hope you understood that. You may want to go back and re-listen to that because that's important. Pisces, your desires, your hopes, and your fears. 3 of Wands. Your hopes here are to see notable growth. A lot of cards have been a lot of signs, have been getting the 3 of Wands. Okay, thank you. Okay. I don't know if this is a movie or if this maybe this has to do with autism, or they're giving me Sam I am. I don't know what that means though. So Sam I am, some of you, maybe your name's Sam. Sam could be significant. Sam could be part of a name or a location. If that is a show or a movie, maybe it's something you want to look into. But I also heard something with either autism or behavioral disorder, learning. Please take that as it resonates. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but there is something around maybe a hope or a desire, or maybe that's part of a fear, but you want to see growth. Maybe this has to do with your own children, okay? Because we are getting child energy and purpose. Maybe some of you do have a child that's, you know, on the spectrum, or someone who has some sort of learning disability. Maybe you've questioned, are they going to grow? Are they going to have a relationship? Are they going to have a job? Okay, I mean, again, very specific, but I do see here the hope being notable growth and the fear being unexpected setbacks. Okay, unexpected setbacks. Some of you are also dealing with an adult who has ADHD, an adult who may have even been prescribed maybe Ritalin or something of that nature as a child. Okay, again, please take these things as they resonate. They're very specific. But the Three of Wands is definitely about forward movement. It's hitting that first tier of success. Threes are about creativity, harmony, advancement, and birth. And I feel like you are moving on here. Let's take a look at what you don't know. This is important, especially because you have the time for a nap. You may be looming or nearing burnout. We don't want that to happen. Okay, mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion, emotional exhaustion. If you're feeling it, Pisces, slow down, because your body is trying to get your attention. Your intuition trying to get your attention through signs, through symbols, through new opportunities. The Moon card is saying that there's something that's being revealed to you at this time that maybe you weren't meant to see in the past, right? A lot of times when that Moon energy shows up, it is guiding us to really evaluate our own intuition, right? Our own subconscious. And because it's showing up in reverse, what you don't see is there's some sort of shadow or truth exposed. And I feel like that's why it's important to take some rest. You don't want to bulldoze your way through this. That's a big message here. Don't bulldoze your way, because you're at the treasure island. So what I see here, if your head is underwater, right? Let's say you start off on that shore and you're swimming to the middle of the ocean. You want to get to that treasure island, but at every turn you've come against some huge waves, and you've come across maybe some sharks along the way, and some octopus and some starfish, right? And some ships. And it just feels like it's been a constant struggle to get to this treasure. If you are so distracted by everything out there in the sea or the water, or, you know, whatever has hit you prior, your head's going to be underwater here, and you're going to move right past this treasure island. But remember, if you are embracing the energy of the sea turtle, you're meant to do this. This is you in your element, because I feel like this is also symbolic of you. You're the sea turtle. That's why you're able to get from point A to B, because there's something here that you are meant to do. This is destined. This is fated. Some of you, you don't even realize the treasure is right on your back. It's already within you. It's already in your energy. So try to allow yourself time to rest with the Four of Swords showing up here. And I think we even said Four of Swords when that nap card showed up. So advice to achieve your hopes. Wow, okay. Six of Coins, Four of Cups, the Devil. The advice here is to release toxicity of all forms, or to release attachments to what something should look like, to release the illusion that the moon may be bringing about, because you're going to get clear. There's a sense of freeing yourself. Sometimes that devil, Capricorn energy, can be addictions, obsessions, fears, manipulations, codependent dynamics, materialistic dynamics. It can be people. It can be things that attach to us, right? Or things that we attach to that are unhealthy, that are toxic, that are hindering us from that treasure. And I feel here, Pisces, with this devil energy, there is a dynamic around you, or that you are calling in, that is based on reciprocity, equal give and take. And that's your advice, is to, focus on putting your time and energy into things that fill your cup, to focus on mental and emotional stability here. Because sometimes we can waste our time on maybe arrogant people, or we regret because of the past, or we compare. And the advice here is to try to not do any of those things. They're lower vibrations. That could be what this devil is, comparing and regretting, and that may be what leeches onto you, right? I'm getting the word, it's almost emphasized, leeching onto you. And it's draining your energy. For some of you, maybe it's substance abuse, overindulging. For others of you, it's focusing on the past. But your advice here with the Six of Coins, it is generous giving, reciprocity, a gift from the universe. There's the gift, the treasure. It's showing up right here, Pisces. So this is unbalanced taking. So if you are dealing with a person or a situation where they are taking, and leaving you exhausted, right? Look at that. The cup is being poured out into a big old N. I think that N is no, right? No. It's not even being poured into these 3 cups. There's a sense here with this 4 of Cups of needing to reach out, needing to, look at that, needing to reach out. As I say that, they're highlighting a gift from the universe or the hands. There's some sort of support here. That is what you need to achieve your hopes, which is about notable growth. Maybe connect with a professional, connect with like-minded individuals or family members who applaud you within your growth. Applaud yourself as well. That's very important. But some of you, there is, again, something with this devil that tends to hold you back into the past. And it tends to really cloud your intuition because then your emotions feel unstable. And I am getting mental energy as well, mental exhaustion. Maybe it's because of that 4 of Swords, double 4s. Your advice here is to find balance, healthy boundaries, to give, but don't be a doormat, right? If you're giving and it's leaving you drained or exhausted, or if you notice that after you talk to someone that you need a nap, right, with what you don't know, or if you leave a situation and you're just tired, you're exhausted, you don't feel like you have the energy to even clean the house or go to work or whatever it may be, maybe that's what's toxic. So if you can't recognize it subconsciously, you're going to see that there's something that's leaching your energy. It could be a food. It could be something that someone told you is good for you, but it's not. It could be a belief. Okay. It could be something you're draining your money onto or into. But I absolutely feel you are I almost said reincarnating. Yes, we've all reincarnated. But you are going through a major regenerative period. And for those of you where this does resonate, I absolutely recommend wild blueberry juice, or maybe get yourself some dried wild blueberries, because this can really help on a deeper level. Food is healing. Food is life force energy, right? So you're really going through a regenerative transformational period in your life. And I feel like this is quite exciting for you, Pisces, because maybe you haven't quite tapped into this treasure island, but you will. This next trip around the sun is all about you and your energy. What fulfills you? What brings you happiness? That is what I have for you, Pisces. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so much for tuning in, Pisces. Lots of love.